My friends, and good evening. We would love to carry on with the journey of understanding the life wisdom, the secret wisdom that the Torah, that the Etz Chaim, the tree of life, has given us over the ages, all the way right now through King Solomon in his Proverbs, in our marathon to understand this incredible wisdom. So we were yesterday at the point of understanding that the reason why we have to toil away at this wisdom is in order to acquire it, because God has given it out of himself completely. So if we want it, the way of acquisition is not by money, but the way of acquisition is through toiling in it and understanding it and digging into it and working away at it, very much like one will do at any kind of hard course you will take in university or any kind of course of that nature, of learning of that nature. Now, once we do walk in that way, we want to carry on. What does walking that path give you, bring me into? So King Solomon is telling us, as we carry on in chapter 2, verse 7, that the way of going along that way is going to give those who walk in the straight path incredible initiation, intuition, and understanding, and knowing in which way they go, and protection as well. In other words, Torah, the study of it, the study of this wisdom, since it's divine, since it's not like any other knowledge that you just gather information, but it's intrinsic, secretive knowledge, is going to give you the protection as well as the understanding of what path to walk in every way of your life. And once you engage in the study and toil of the Torah, you are going to be able to keep the right path according to the code of law. And God himself is going to watch you and guard you that you don't fall along your way. In other words, there are many pitfalls along the way, and we're not aware of every one of them. And sometimes things are done in a private supervision way, which God himself says to protect us. And this is exactly it. So once you walk that path, you've got to make sure and be sure that you have divine protection over you. That will give you an extra benefit, which is you're going to understand the right path. You're going to understand the way of judgment. You're going to understand how to mediate different ways, right? When you walk that path, and when you walk that path, you're going to understand also what is the right way of charity, what is the right way in your life completely. But we should not think, nevertheless, that the wisdom of Torah, the wisdom of the tree of life, is like any other kind of external wisdoms where we just enrich our own knowledge and mind, but it doesn't change the person. And this really was the big eye-opener of Aristotle, who towards the end of his life realized that he didn't change anything, but all he studied was a great, incredible genius and a very bright man. And therefore, he rebought all the 600,000 copies he sold throughout Europe and said, I myself am going to adapt myself the wisdom of the Torah. And that is brought down in Third Anthology and by his own autobiography that he wrote just before he passed away. If anyone wants to read it in English, it's right there for the taking for any one of you. So King Solomon tells us as follows. The Torah is very different because it's going to come right into your heart. In other words, when I learn any kind of study, maths, even psychology, psychotherapy, even wisdoms that are supposed to change me, Taoism, Daoism, etc., this is very much just knowledge. It's a philosophy. It enriches the mind, but it doesn't change you as a human being. Once you touch the Torah, it's got the intrinsic power in it to change and go directly and penetrate your very heart. And you have an incredible seeking for it because this is the direct vibration and frequency where you touch on the divine and the infinite consciousness of God. And through this, the Torah is going to guard your ways and is going to save you not only from your ways and from pitfalls, but also from bad company and bad people. So we meet every day all kind of people. We're never sure what a person is hiding within himself. And I can tell you also as a counselor, as a doctor of holistic psychology. I've seen many people, men and ladies, very shrewd, very smart, with MBAs and other kind of degrees that had failed to see who's the person that they're living with until they fell inside the trap years later. So in order to be saved out of this, we need the Torah to guard our path and way. And so one way of watching it is when a person flips on you, when a person says one thing, and the next minute or another day, he says something else. No, I've never said such a thing. But it's not only that you're going to be shrewd and on the watch, not trusting anyone. It needs private supervision of God in order to keep you away from these people before it is too late. Your money is gone, your life is gone, or whatever it is along the path. And you don't know, with people having many kind of addictions, which they keep in secret. They can be Mr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde, or the other way around. And during the day, they're wonderful, and during the night, they seems to come a monster out of the bottle, as it was. And all this saves you and keeps you in what way? So that you can walk in the right path all the way, not only in this world, but also all the way to the next world. In other words, this world, and that's Kabbalah, this world, God pays all the evil people that did any kind of something materialistically good in this world, because they understand the currency of this world, which is money, property. So he pays them money and property. But those that are very righteous, those that understand this world is just transitory, and it's a corridor to the next world, as our sages tell us. Therefore, the right place of payment for everything they've done is protection in this world, maintenance in this world, but the real place is the next world, which is the world of eternity. This world is 70 years, 90 years. Who lives 150 years? Nobody. But the next world is eternity, which means zillions and zillions of years. So the minute that you try your very best and you stand your trial and tests in this world and tribulations, then as God is going to be with you in this world and the next world, which is incredible. While in the next world, those people that had it good in being cynical in this world are really not going to last in the next world with anything at all. We're going to carry on with that once we inculcate, pause, and observe about these lessons. I'd like you to go through it, revise it, make some kind of notes and journaling for yourself that you can really integrate it into yourself. And once you do, and give yourself some examples, you can definitely DM me about this, and then we'll be ready for our next lesson in that road. Thank you all. Have a very good night.